Monday. Monday.
Got four down. Jump. Check 4.
Here we go. Stop right there.
Check.
Monday.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gotta hurry.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On 3rd down, Bradford looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 41 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Second down, Bradford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green,
here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
A give to Howard. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This is Crowell. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Run to the ball. Fly to the ball. Run, run. Hey.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, here we go. Blue
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Back to throw, Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
One day. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. 25.
Here we go. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Bradford now to throw on first down. Underneath for Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A first down throw for Bradford. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll mercy. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watching that body.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Here we go. 3 down, 3 down. One day. Here we go, 5-2.
Bradford on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Hyde. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go, 5-5.
Bradford now from the 50. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. More from Cleveland after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, Bradford. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
One day.
To throw on 2nd down. Bradford finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Here we go, 5-2. Here we go.
3rd and short yardage, Bradford. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And down inside the 15 he goes. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And back to the ground, Hyde. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Bradford now after the fumble recovery. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot.
Here's Darnold now on second down. And that is incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He'll return it from the 6. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nifty move by Gordon on the crossing route, complete. It's Gordon, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
One day.
On 1st down, Bradford trying to lay one up deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On second down, Bradford again, fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. Working out of the gun. Bradford. Throw left side. Caught by the tight end Njoku. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
That was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the ball is knocked out, but I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Watch him now, Barney!
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Crowell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Crowell. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And Darnold just beating the play clock. And the third down pass falls incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Following the field goal on is Locke Edwards to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Bradford over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Elsewhere at Arrowhead there in the 3rd quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Throwing on 1st down. Bradford, they go screen pass to Hyde. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. On 1st down, Bradford. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Bradford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Avery Williamson coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
3rd and long for Bradford. And the pressure gets to him again. Leonard Williams in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
To throw on second down is Darnold. Going underneath for Crowell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll go option on second down, right side. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Jets on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Darnold from the gun. He sets to fire deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, Bradford to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Underneath for Johnson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Hey, you got 3.
A 10th carry for Hyde. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Three down, look. 3 down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 50. Check 50.
A play fake. Bradford. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
180.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 right.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Hey, go down. Go down.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.